Black Panther Wakanda Forever is a fitting end to Phase 4 of the MCU, because like most of Phase 4, it isn't very good. At the dawn of King T'Challa's death, invading forces from around the world target Wakanda's vibranium, and it will be the duty of Shuri, M'Baku, Nakia, and Okoye to defend the nation, especially when a mysterious Mexican civilization emerges from the depths of the sea. I wish it was that simple. Sadly, it isn't. This movie is a gigantic mess with underdeveloped characters, CGI that took me out of the movie on multiple occasions, plot holes sprinkled throughout, and a villain that is momentarily defeated by heaters.
My people call me Kukungkan, but my enemies call me Namor.
When it comes to the first Black Panther, I never thought it was top tier Marvel. I definitely liked it. Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa was like lightning in a bottle. But I found it to be a pretty bland-looking movie for the most part, with very mediocre action and some unfinished VFX. However, it's a lot better than this garbage. I just mentioned that the first Black Panther was a bland-looking movie. Wait until you see this one, because those underwater scenes were embarrassing. Why is everything so murky? They're really giving that Little Mermaid trailer a run for its money. Because everything underwater looked very ugly. Probably didn't help very much that they played the Avatar 2 trailer before it. Oh well. The action also wasn't that great in this movie. There's a couple of moments that I thought were okay, like the fight on the bridge, and there was like 10 seconds of Shuri fighting on the side of the boat. That was kind of cool. The rest of it just wasn't very impressive. I mean, the vast majority of the boat fight was a CGI disaster. Ironheart flying around with a Power Ranger-like suit looked so out of place. Also, there's this moment that is like this holy moly moment where Ironheart launches one of Namor's people away. The way it plays out in the movie makes it seem like they've been defeated. However, this Avatar person is just launched into the ocean. Like, can't they just swim back? At the very most, you've delayed Avatar person for like a minute. I also wasn't a big fan of the final confrontation between Black Panther and Namor. At the start, they were cutting like every half a second. Also, the CGI looked off and there was unnecessarily used slow-mo that didn't add anything. Like, you use slow-mo when there's something cool you want to show. Namor swinging for Black Panther's head and then missing isn't cool. Let's talk more about Namor for a little bit. For a start, how did he actually get into Wakanda? Queen Ramonda asks the question and then he just goes on a tangent about how amazing Wakanda looks. Did the writers just not have an explanation? Overall, I didn't really mind Namor for the most part, however I found his feet wings to be pretty funny looking. The CGI did not help with that. I think the actor did a pretty good job, but all the reviews were hyping the character up to be the next great Marvel villain, whereas I found him to just be okay. I mean, it's kind of hard to take him seriously when his way of getting around is this. The pacing in this movie is also pretty poor. After about 40 minutes, I started to feel the length and it never really picked up after that. Even the big obligatory Marvel final battle bored me. It's so obvious that this story just clearly didn't warrant being 2 hours and 40 minutes long. There's definitely some scenes that could be taken out and it wouldn't really change anything. Like all the scenes with Riri Williams, for example. Okay, I think it's finally time to talk about the new Black Panther. I'm kind of in the middle about the whole thing. I don't think Shuri was the best choice, but at the same time, I don't dislike her as much as some people. I mean, she was only Black Panther for like 40 minutes, so I don't feel ready to make a final decision on whether I like or dislike her. I guess we'll see what they do next with this character, but until then, I guess I'm fine with her. I've realised I haven't really mentioned the things I like about this movie. There are a few things that I think worked. For instance, the acting for the most part was pretty solid. Angela Bassett was definitely the best part of this entire movie. She did a really great job. Letitia Wright was good for the most part. I really like Winston Duke as M'Baku. Also, I think they handled the passing of Chadwick Boseman in a very respectful way. The funeral at the beginning and that very last scene were done really tastefully. The way it went silent during the Marvel intro and at the end with Shuri was done really nicely. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Oh wait, yeah, Killmonger was there for a brief moment. I did quite like his scene, I didn't really have any problems with him being there. Now that is definitely all I have to say about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Final verdict, a 4 out of 10, I can't really recommend it. Thank you all very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time, goodbye.